parents will tell their children, go and tell the landlord I am not at home. It's a major value erosion when a parent begins to tell his child to go and lie. But it is a social problem and a social pain that we have inflicted on ourselves. And then the parents will hide under the bed. And then some children who are smarter than me, they say, my daddy said I should tell you that he's not at home. But it's a serious problem. Can we bring it down from 3 years to 1 year? Can we bring it to 6 months? Can we let it coincide with when people get paid at the end of the month instead of in advance? Yes, I know perhaps that there are companies too for forward planning who want to pay. So we excluded the Lagos model. It's not perfect, but it's a place to start this conversation again. So in response to not just talk, let us do this. Houses of assembly, speakers of houses of assembly, speaker of speakers, this is the time to start the work and eliminate some, especially in our urban centers, because that's where the demand is. Go to the villages, there are so many houses locked up there. The owners are in the city squatting. No, it's a fact. So I move on from there and to say that for those who also choose to turn our highways into cart pushing tracks for wheelbarrows, where is that done? Which other part of the world do you see that? And then we expect traffic will move. You won't move. And if you wonder why they collect refuse in other parts of the world in the dead of the night, and some people like us choose to collect it during the day, and we obstruct one lane and expect traffic to move, you won't move, and we will burn more fuel, and productivity will be diminished. Also, thankfully, the federal government has set up a minimum wage committee, and this was one of the issues I discussed, that our constitution provides for review of minimum wage in item 34, I think, of the exclusively second schedule. It doesn't say anything about salaries. Is that a principal matter for the states? Maybe. But truth be told, every time we have attempted to do minimum wage, what we end up with is a total salary review. I have made recommendations about what I think we can do. My recommendations are not exhaustive. I don't know everything, but I hope that the minimum wage committee will see the need to look at it and see that there's a difference between minimum wage and wages and salaries. So you need a different vehicle to deliver minimum or salary, not the constitution. It doesn't provide for it. Just talks about wages. And wages are what is measured and paid weekly and hourly as against salary. You can do that and you see differences. What more do I want to say? I am a little vexed about petrol engines, tricycles, motorcycles, and when we are complaining about the extreme heat, these are carbon emitting machines. So as we buy more of them, let us expect more heat, let us expect more flooding. Let us remember that we signed agreement in Paris, climate change, about our commitment. These are the minimum commitments. It is positive that government is increasing the use of gas, but we must also begin to think about how to close the gate on the arrival of more petrol engines. Let me say that the pre-launch promotional activities of this book have given me a new view into the life of authors. I didn't know that their life was this difficult. And as I said, this was a self-inflicted adventure. I have very, very increased and renewed respect for authors and the work they do. So I told Baba Akobe this morning that I was thanking him for admitting me into his club because he was an author long before me and many others like him. Thank you, Baba, for attending. Thank you, my colleagues in the previous cabinets of Lagos and the previous cabinet of the federal government. Thank you all so very much. Really good to see all of you again. My gratitude to all those who have spared the time to bring the book to the attention of the public. From my beautiful lady friends on the Your View platform of TVC. I was looking for you now. To Ruth Osime and Torera Jekoduloniru on perspectives on her rights. To Kunle Kasumu on China's book club, and to Jimmy Disu on Daily Digest on Nigeria Info FM, and Simon Kolawole and Professor Killer from the portal of these day newspapers. Thank you all so very much. Your have prompted responses from Nigerians of diverse walks of life about the importance of data discussed in the book. And this is some of what we have heard. And why not? Why should we not talk data? Data has become perhaps the most important currency in the world, which no central bank prints, but which is changing the way we know and relate with our world. Many of the corporate giants here will tell you that the secret to the success of the balance sheets is the amount of money they invest in data, in determining how to present, how to package, how to shape the product that we all use. So data is important. Data tells us that there are now over 130 million unique books being circulated in the world. And while the data doesn't agree, if you go online and search it, there's another version that says that something million books in the world. The interesting thing about books being circulated across the world is that Nigeria is ranked on the list of nations where books are published. And this author is very delighted to have made a contribution to that global data. So accurate data will help us determine how many we are, what amount of water we need, what quantity of food. In Chief Obafemi Awolowo's time, that was a long time ago. He went into analytics of the quality and quantity of nutrition that each human being needs to survive. But how do we know what quantity to produce if we don't know how many eat it? So it is either farming shortages or farming excesses and losses. And so data makes this very important. Accurate data, therefore, will be beneficial for us. For me, a life without shortages of basic needs like food, like water, like shelter and energy would be a good life. And data is critical to this objective. I thank you very, very much again for your presence. With a bigger round of applause for our best-selling author. You can't hear you on that side.